It seems like UEFA set things up for Barca to lose this match. At Montjuïc, a whole puzzle came together that some fans simply called UEFA Mafia against Barcelona.
Commercial big Mafia.
Mafia, okay.
Let me tell you all about it now. The traitor Luís Figo at the Barcelona PSG game. The secret pact that Laporta signed with UEFA before the match, and why Barca should demand a replay of this clash. Michael Oliver, the referee of the game, seems to be clearly a Real Madrid fan. So many interesting things happened, and I can't wait to tell you everything. So where do we start? Let's begin with a meeting between Laporta and Al-Khelaïfi before the match. The tension that once defined Barca's relationship with PSG. Yesterday in Barcelona, it felt like it completely disappeared. Joan Laporta and Nasser Al-Khelaïfi, who not long ago were practically enemies, shared a high-profile lunch with both clubs' directors before the Champions League clash at Montjuïc. What should have been awkward turned into a diplomacy. Even smiles. Hard to believe, right? In the past, PSG tried to steal Messi from us. Then Leo had contract with Barca. Then came the Super League saga, where our club sided with Madrid, and PSG positioned itself as UEFA's loyal soldier. The split was deep. And yet now, cameras caught Laporta and Al-Khelaïfi greeting each other warmly at Via Vento restaurant. Sure, these lunches are tradition, but this one carried real weight. It was about hitting reset on a broken relationship. It seems that at this lunch, Al-Khelaïfi and Laporta agreed on something more, since the PSG president also heads the European Club Association under UEFA. And this is that same secret pact I mentioned at the beginning of the video. According to Abdullah Bulma, Joan Laporta is seriously considering pulling Barcelona out of the project. Yes, you heard that right. The idea? To finally make peace with UEFA after years of tension and battles over the Super League.
What do you want that you do not have?
At the moment, peace and quiet.
Talks are expected in the coming weeks, with Laporta weighing both the political and financial impact of such a move. Meanwhile, Real Madrid are still clinging on as the last big defender of the project, while almost every other club has already abandoned ship. If Barca really step away, it should be a massive shift in our European strategy. A clean break from Florentino's vision, and maybe, just maybe, a reset in our relationship with UEFA. Overall, the atmosphere on our side before the match was wonderful, filled with maximum respect and love. Here's another warm example. The club will auction off the jerseys worn in the Champions League game, and every single euro raised will go straight to the Pulseres Blaugranas initiative. This isn't about shirts, it's about helping the Xana Foundation, created by Luis Enrique and his wife Elena in memory of their daughter Xana, who tragically passed away in 2019 after a brave fight with bone cancer. By putting these jerseys under the hammer, Barca are not only raising funds for kids battling serious illness, they are also honoring Xana's legacy and spreading hope to families who need it most. This is the Barca DNA Culés, football with a heart. And the PSG Ultras behaved in the most arrogant and sometimes outright unreasonable way. We all knew it was coming, and PSG's Ultras didn't disappoint. The banter started, and Paris fans took the lead by chanting Ousmane Ballon right in front of the Catalans. Yep, they couldn't resist rubbing Dembele's 2025 Ballon d'Or win over our golden boy Lamine Yamal straight in our faces. And the craziest part, Dembele isn't even playing. He's out injured, but that didn't stop PSG fans from using his name to provoke us, reminding everyone that Yamal finished second behind him. But the one who showed the utmost respect to our club and set an example for the PSG Ultras was Luis Enrique, who demonstrated what true class really is. Guys, right before the huge Barcelona-PSG clash at Montjuïc, there was a moment that said everything about respect and football family. Luis Enrique, yes, our Lucho, was seen deep in conversation with Eric Garcia, Pedri and Ferran Torres. A coach who knows our DNA inside out, taking a few minutes with the boys before battle. It was a very cute moment. In his interviews, Luis Enrique has repeatedly said that he wouldn't mind returning to Barcelona in the future as head coach. We'll be waiting, legend. But the one we absolutely did not respect, and never will welcome, is the traitor Luís Figo, who for some reason showed up at this match. His role as a UEFA ambassador has put him back in Barcelona for Barca PSG, but his presence has sparked debate across Catalonia. Local radio shows described it as a humiliation for the club, arguing that Barca's prodigal teams should have foreseen the inevitable outrage. Yet, Joan Laporta sought to frame Figo's visit differently. Speaking to the media ahead of his lunch with PSG's board, Laporta said, "Figo is a member of UEFA's executive board, and for us, he's absolutely respectable. He was a Barca player, we remember the glorious afternoons and nights he gave us. Later, he made a decision, but life has gone on and evolved. Figo is a member of UEFA, and he will be received with all the respect he deserves." But the fans at the Olympic Stadium Montjuïc showed their true feelings toward the traitor. Fans erupted. Chants of "Esse Português, hijo de something" thundered around the stadium before the kickoff, reminding everyone that betrayal is never forgotten. Figo tried to stay calm, saying it's always a pleasure to return to Barcelona. But Culés know the truth. Once a traitor, always a traitor. And now, about the match itself. I won't describe every goal-scoring chance to you because you 100% watch this game as true Culé. Let's talk about the moments that honestly made me angry. I'll start with the fact that PSG players didn't hold back with our leaders and were openly kicking at their legs throughout the entire match. Pedri in particular took the worst of it. In one episode, our number 8 even turned to the referee, pointing out a harsh foul from Nuno Mendes. The second moment, which I personally consider key in this match, is foul by Nuno Mendes in the second half. At that moment, he was already on a yellow card and then committed this rather rough foul, which denied Lamine a clear goal-scoring opportunity. Dear Michael Oliver, I want to address you. If this is not a yellow card, then what is? It was the 61st minute of the match, and we still had 30 minutes left to win while playing with the man advantage. I'm sure the game would have turned out differently if Michael Oliver had made the fair decision here. But when you're playing against PSG and their president has big connections in UEFA, well, you're not really surprised by these kinds of decisions. I'll just leave this screenshot here so everyone can see that Nuno Mendes couldn't keep up with Yamal. This was 100% a foul for a second yellow card. The referee must have been blind and VAR was switched off. I have no other explanation. For me, this is a real scandal. And what do you think, Culés? Let us know in the comments. Also, in the first half, there was an episode where Eric got the ball first, but PSG defender Zabarny struck directly into our player's leg. And once again, the referee saw nothing. And then there was the scandal with Gonçalo Ramos' goal. During the broadcast, UEFA's official broadcaster showed only one strange VAR replay, and it included just one PSG player, the goal scorer himself, Ramos. According to Arquivo VAR on X, the goal should never have stood. Here's why. In the build-up, when Hakimi made the pass, Ramos was already in an offside position. The problem? VAR only froze the frame after the ball had left Hakimi's foot. That's a huge error, and it means the goal should have been ruled out. So, instead of stealing 3 points, PSG should have been stopped in their tracks. But once again, Culé, we are left asking, how many times do these VAR mistakes always seem to go against Barca? What do you think? Human error or something bigger at play? Overall, in this match, it was clear that Barcelona lacked aggression and fresh legs. And who are our best pressers? Our injured players Rafinha, Fermin, and Gavi. Explaining what went wrong for his team, Hansi Flick said, "We played much better in the first half than in the second. We conceded a lot because we were tired. PSG is a great team. They have very young, fresh players, and they were at a great level. We didn't play at our best, and it's difficult against teams like that. They deserve the win, and we have to congratulate them." And let's finish the video on a positive note. Barcelona U19 defeated their PSG counterparts. And what incredible goals they scored. First, Patrick Kluivert's son, Shane, struck with a fantastic curling shot into the far corner. Then, Xavi Espast found the net after a brilliant assist from Pedro. The youth team now has 2 wins to start their campaign, against Newcastle 3-2 and against PSG 2-1. Culés, that was a roller coaster. From shady refereeing decisions, to the arrogance of PSG's ultras, to the betrayal of UEFA and Figo showing his face at Montjuïc. We've seen it all. And yet, even on a tough night, we still had reasons to be proud. From the class of Luis Enrique to the brilliance of our U19s beating PSG with pure Barca DNA. let's leave it here on a positive note, because the club is about more than results. It's about family, passion, and the future we are building together. Smash that like button to support the channel, drop your comments, I read every single one of them, and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. And guys, don't forget, if you want Barca news even faster than us, download the Barcelona Live app. It's completely free, and the link is waiting for you in the pinned comment. So, Visca Barça, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.